on cue, just as I go live. Shh. Oh, gosh. Just as I go live, right on cue, the neighbours come out, the chihuahua starts barking. Doesn't matter what time I go live. I can go live at 8 o'clock. I can go live at 9 o'clock. I can go live at 10 o'clock. But I think my neighbours are on my subscribers list for notifications, because as soon as I go live, they all come out, start shouting, the chihuahua's barking. Oh dear, sorry. Hi, it's me, Vicky Marie. Now, if you're watching me for the first time, you probably never want to watch me again after that welcome, after that introduction. Just typical. Anyway, so I wasn't going to come on live tonight, of course, but when I saw that the autopsy, the full autopsy report I've got hold of, and the toxicology reports for Riley Strain. So this is this lovely young man here that we're talking about tonight. And, you know, it's a very sad story that happened to Riley. It's a warning to all of us who have young, you know, well, say young, in this sort of, yeah, young children. He's not a child, is he? But you know what I mean. Like all of us that have young adult children, it's a warning for us to try, and I know it is a try, to instill into them not to drink too much, not to get separated from the friends, not to get lost, etc. I mean, we've had this news today about the 19-year-old that's missing in Tenerife. You know, stay with your friends. You should not separate from your friends. But I don't know how we can let our young people know that, because we've probably all done it, gone out, had too much to drink, decided you want to go home. Because, you know, when you're that age, I think Riley was 22, you think you're, you know, invincible. You don't think anything's untoward is going to happen to you, do you? But he's obviously, Riley was on a night out with his friends from university, had just graduated, and he got separated from the rest of them because he was told to leave a bar because he was too drunk. And, you know, one of his friends went with him to the door, apparently. Of course, this was in Tennessee, in Nashville. One of his friends went with him to the door but didn't follow him out. So he shouldn't have been left on his own. But anyway, unfortunately, he was. So this is him. And he looks just like such a lovely boy. To all intents and purposes, he was a lovely boy. You know, he's someone that you'd be proud to be his mum or dad. And he had a job waiting for him. You know, he had his whole life, his whole future in front of him. And unfortunately, this happened to him. So what we're going to look at first is we're going to look at the video. Now, I just want to warn you, because I find this video very upsetting, to be honest, because you just want to reach into it and grab hold of him. But we're going to be looking at the video of the night, first of all, just to remind us what happened to him, bless him. When I find it, of course. There it is. So before I start the surveillance video, oh no, we'll watch the video first, then I'll come and say hello to everybody. So as I said, a bit of a trigger warning here, because it's quite upsetting watching Riley, the sort of state he was in, if you like, that night. And unfortunately, somehow, we don't know how, he fell in the river, in the is it the Cumberland River, and he drowned, bless him. Now, when he was found, some strange things about when he was found, his jeans were not on him, his boots were not on him. I don't know what happened to them, as nobody found his boots yet and his jeans. You would think that they would turn up somewhere in the river, wouldn't you, really? There was quite a long it was quite a long time before they found Riley. In fact, he was not found by the police. He was found by a worker on the river. Also, his credit card was found by TikTokers. Oh my God. We got the, stop it. Stop. Tia, please. Stop. Got the fingers now. Stop. That's enough. If it carries on, I just have to abandon this life because they've got bangers going off now, and that'll be it. The big dog's down. She won't. She can't. She's too scared of those bangers. So we see how it goes. Hopefully it was just one, but you never know. It's not normally just one. There's normally quite a few. So I can't even remember what I was saying now. So yeah, so his pants, his jeans were off him, but his boxers were on him, his boots were off him, his credit card was found by the side of the river by TikTokers. So, you know, it does seem all a bit strange, doesn't it? Because why was his card and his wallet not with him? And I do understand why his jeans might have come off, because I wondered if he may have undone his jeans, because he normally wore a belt, and I wondered if he might have undone his jeans to go to the loo, you know, to go behind a tree or whatever to the toilet, and then fallen into the river because he was so unsteady on his feet. So there's a possibility of that. Okay, let's have a look at this video. But as I say, be warned, it is quite upsetting. Oh dear me, poor Riley. Now that's the problem when you're in a big city like that, isn't it? Because, you know, everyone's just sort of walking past him, but, you know, he'd obviously hurt himself. I think oh gosh, so upsetting watching that. I think if he would have been in a, you know, a smaller place, obviously somebody felt falling over like that, people would go and run and help him. But when you're in a city, people don't, do they? They just all carry on, just walk past, don't help at all. And then a bit later on, there he was again, and he's just sort of hugging the wall. So this must have just been awful for his parents to watch. Must have been just so awful for his parents to watch. So that was some of there was a little bit more CCTV, but oh, here it is. Now there's Riley. Notice this homeless, but there's a lot of homeless people around here. Now see, the thing is, people don't like to get involved, do they? So everybody's just walking past, and there's Riley. He's just completely, you know, intoxicated. He seems to speak to them. Thing is, he's walking as if he knows where he's going, but I don't think he did know where he's going. But he seems to be walking with intent, doesn't he? I mean, where did he think he was walking to? Poor Riley. Yeah. And then, of course, There was a later, this is something else, I'll put it down now. There was later footage of him actually speaking to a policeman. A policeman walked past him, said, "How are you?" And he said, "I'm fine, how are you?" And, you know, he seemed not too bad then. But anyway, shortly after that, it seems like that's when he went into the river. It seems likely that he did fall into the river, but you know, again, because we don't know exactly, but the police are not investigating anymore. So it's just a question of whether the parents choose to take it any further or not. Okay, let me just say hello to people now if I get a chance, without the barking. Hi, David. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Ocean. Hi, Amethyst. Hi, Maria from Melbourne. God, there's so much noise going on outside. Oh, did it share? Look, sorry, I have to stop it. I might have to abandon this live because I can't even think straight because there's so much noise going on outside. Literally, there was no noise here. Right, let me share it, try and share it one more time then, because I think I can't, sorry. I just can't think straight. There's so much noise going on outside. And then, of course, the poor dog starts barking and everything just, you know, it's ear splitting. Let's try one more time then. We try one more time. I'm going to have to edit this video, I think, later. Right. Try one more time. It's gone calm for a minute. Right, I'm sharing now, I think. Let's start again. Hi, Silver Soul. Hi, Chumba. I'm losing it, Charlie. I'm losing it. I'm getting annoyed. Anyway. Sorry. The thing is, it's so annoying because this is serious about Riley, and then all this blooming noise going on, and then the dog barking. It's not right on the video, but anyway, there you go. There's nothing I can do about it, really. Just where I live, I don't live right in the middle of out of everywhere. I'm surrounded by people. So yeah, so this video would have been very difficult for Riley's parents to watch, but I'm sure they've watched it many times. Oh, just if only somebody would have spoken to him, you know, just say, "Are you okay?" God, you just want to rewind, don't you? You just want to go back in time. If only somebody would have, I don't know. But the policeman spoke to him. But Riley didn't ask for help. You'd think he would have asked the policeman, you know, the way to his hotel, or it's very distressing. Oh, no, that's it. Okay, so it's just a short video. I just wanted to remind ourselves of what happened to Riley. So it looks like very shortly after that, probably extremely shortly after that video was taken, Riley was in the river, and then it took quite a while to find him. So let's have a look at the autopsy report. So this is the report that's come out that we're going to look at. Right, I'm chilling now. I'm chilling. It's gone quiet for a minute. It won't stay quiet. I'll tell you that for a start. I know my neighbours, once they come out, they'll all probably be having a party or something. I think it's this one, yeah. Okay, so this is the autopsy report. The name of the descendant, is that the right way to pronounce that? Descendant? Decedent. Oh gosh, nothing's going right today. And this is serious. I wanted to be serious about it. Bless him. So the name of decedent, Riley Strain, sex male, age 22, date and time of autopsy, March the 23rd at 9:30 a.m. Must be quite a difficult job, that, mustn't it, doing these autopsies, especially when being a forensic pathologist. I know they choose to do it, but especially when you're doing these kind of things on young people, must be very distressing. Anyway, he was last seen witnessed alive on March the 8th, 2024, alone at the underpass of the James Robertson Parkway Bridge after departing a local downtown establishment. And the missing person report was filed on March the 9th, 2024. And then he was discovered floating face down in the Cumberland River within debris. So yeah, he was under debris, wasn't he? The guy that found him, he was working on the river, and just, God, what a shock that must have been for him. That must be a trauma. So he was found on March the 22nd. So he'd been missing quite a long time, hadn't he? So 24 days. The water depth was at least 20 feet. He had pulmonary edema, pleural effusions, and no evidence of significant trauma. So there was no evidence of foul play in that sense. He had no injuries. Femoral blood ethanol concentration, 0.228. That means nothing to me. Decomposition. So that must have been quite not very nice for the guy who found him, because he's not a forensic pathologist. He's just a guy working on the river, but he recognised. Do you remember we listened to the the 911 call, and he recognised Riley, I think, from his shirt, the shirt he was wearing. And when he phoned up, he said to the 911 operator, I think I found Riley. I think it's Riley, because everybody knew, well, I say everybody knew, but it was there was a lot of publicity around this case, especially in the area. So straight away, it's got cause of death, drowning and ethanol intoxication, manner of death, accident, circumstances of death, drowned within the Cumberland River while intoxicated. So that's, the summary of the report. Now, let's have a look at this. So this is just, again, giving his, I don't know if I can make it bigger or not. I'm not sure if I can. Anyway, reportedly, the decedent was a 22-year-old male who was discovered floating in the Cumberland River by an employee of what's that? I need to put my little glasses on to see that. Little cheap glasses. At a concrete plant at approximately 7:28 hours on the 22nd of March. 911 was contacted. Nashville Fire responded to the scene via boat to retrieve the decedent's body. Death was confirmed on scene. The decedent's past medical history was unknown at the time of this report. Countrywide Communications contacted the medical examiner's office via pager to request a response. Due to the decedent's death being accident-related, medical examiner jurisdiction was accepted. Investigator Melanie Died responded, gosh, is it died or died? Responded to the initial scene where the decedent was discovered and later responded to the scene where the decedent's body was retrieved. Middle Tennessee Removal Service transported the decedent's body to the Center for Forensic Medicine for further examination and positive identification. The decedent's body will later be released to Greenlawn Funeral Home at the family's request. Investigator Melanie Bird at 1:31 hours. So yeah, of course, we've had the service. Riley has been laid to rest, and also his family accepted his graduation diploma on his behalf. It's very, very sad. So again, it says cause of death, drowning and ethanol intoxication, manner of death, accident. So what are Riley's family? Oh, there he is. There's Riley himself, bless him. What are Riley's family going to make of this? Are they going to take it any further? Right, now as we go forward, we'll get, so the general examination. The body is that of a normally developed, well-nourished adult male measuring approximately 76 inches in length. He was very tall, Riley, wasn't he? Weighing approximately 182 pounds and appearing consistent with the subsequently confirmed age of 22 years. The deceased is clad in tan and black short-sleeve shirt, blue plaid undershorts and black socks. I still like to know where his boots and jeans are. This is sort of bugging me because surely they would turn up somewhere. A blue watch surrounds the left wrist, a white metal necklace and yellow metal necklace with a pendant surrounds the neck. All clothing is wet and covered in a dense film of dark mud. Bless. External examination, the body is not embalmed and displays changes of decomposition, including marbling, bloating, green and red discoloration, and patchy skin slippage. Rigor mortis is partially developed in the joints. Liver mortis cannot be assessed. The scalp hair is medium in length and brown. The eyes are closed. The conjunctivae are congested and without petechiae. Now remember this from the Nicola Bully case. There was petechiae in the Nicola Bully case, but here in Riley's autopsy, there's no petechiae. But aren't they supposed to have died of the same causes? That's interesting, isn't it? Because in Nicola Bully's case, there definitely was petechiae. The can't pronounce that, I'm afraid. The sclerae are white, the corneas are cloudy, and the irises, are dark. The nares are patent, the ears are normal in location and formation, the facial bones are intact palpitation, the mouth is slightly open, revealing natural teeth in good condition. The neck, chest, and abdomen appear normally formed. The upper and lower extremities, including the hands and feet, appear symmetrical and atraumatic. The hands and the feet are waterlogged. The fingernails are short and intact. The external genitalia are those of an adult male and are atraumatic. The testes are palpitated within the scrotal sac and have post-mortem gas formation. The back is straight and free of trauma. The anus is patent and unremarkable. Oh gosh, sorry, this is quite graphic, isn't it? But I know everybody's been waiting for this because we want to know what happened to Riley. Is there anything untoward? Internal examination. All right, let me just come back to the chat and make sure you're okay. He did have a large amount of alcohol. Did have a large amount of alcohol. Anyway, I hope you're all okay. Nobody's getting triggered by this. I think the thing that struck me so far is this about the petechiae. Anyway, the internal examination. All internal organs demonstrate changes of decomposition. Head, an intermastoid incision is made around the cranium. Sorry, it goes into details. The scalp is retracted. No hemorrhage is identified. Opening of the... Yeah, I don't think I want to read that out, so it's too graphic. But anyway, basically everything's normal. Let's just summarize that. No evidence of anything abnormal, as far as the head examination is concerned. All intact. No infection, tumor or trauma. Then it goes on to talk about the body again. I'm not going to go into the details. What I might do is put this on the community page or on the members page. So if you want to read all the details, you can, because I don't really want to read out these unless there's anything unusual. I'm not going to read that, because this is that little bit too graphic. Because this is actually talking about the, goes into details of everything. So basically, there is no. So the organs are normal in their normal positions. Now it does say that the right and left pleural cavities contain approximately 500 milliliters and 280 milliliters, respectively, of thin red-brown fluid. Now, I don't know what that is. The peritoneal cavity contains a scant amount of similar fluid, but no abnormalities. No evidence of infection, tumor or trauma. Where's the rest of it gone? Oh, hang on. Right, hang on, I'm missing a bit here. Definitely missing something here. Where's the rest of that? Ah, there it is. Yeah, there is no more. So it just goes down to say the neck. No evidence of infection, trauma, or tumor. Yeah, there's nothing else on here from what I can see. I felt like there was going to be another page there. I can't see another page there. Now, where's the toxicology report? So the summary, basically, I'm going to read you the summary. So it says, autopsy findings are significant for a decomposed male with pulmonary edema and pleural effusions, fluid within the chest cavity, and without significant trauma. So the post-mortem toxicology detected ethanol 0.228 grams, isopropanol 12 milligrams. I'm going to share this because there's, of course, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what these different things mean. I just wanted to read it out to you because I know we've been waiting for this. So caffeine, cotinine, nicotine, and THC. What is THC? That's cannabis, I think, is it? There's a little bit of cannabis. After review of available investigative information, including video surveillance, autopsy examination, and toxicologic analysis, it is my opinion that Riley Strain, a 22-year-old male, died as a result of drowning and ethanol intoxication. Manner of death, accident. So that's it. That's what they've decided. You know, from the evidence, to be fair, I mean, it looks that way. What do we all think? You know, do we think it was just as simple as that? Or do you think that the fact his trousers weren't on him, his jeans weren't on him, the fact his boots weren't on him, and then this thing about his credit card being found on the bank, but did he have that in his hand? Did it fall out of his trouser pocket? You know, I mean, but his blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit, was 0.228, and he also had delta 9 in his system. What is delta 9? Oh, cannabis, yeah. So he had been smoking a bit of cannabis, drinking, you know, he'd been out partying with his friends. This is what young people do. It's just so very sad. So what is the general feeling in the chat? Do we feel that it was an accident? Some people are saying he might have been spiked, followed. Yeah, could have. I'm just looking down the chat. Marie was saying he might have hurt his head in the fall. He could have. It could have been dizzy. Oh, yeah, some candles going there. Well, it's twice the legal limit. He had twice the legal limit of alcohol, and he also had cannabis. So I think so. No, we're not really much further on. Really, I suppose it's just confirmed what we knew, which was that he drank a lot and he may have had some drugs as well. Seemed likely he'd probably done both. But does twice the limit and a little bit of cannabis in his blood doesn't really suggest spiking, does it? Doesn't suggest spiking. You know, I'm not sure. I think my personal opinion, and I say I don't know, is that he may well have just gone to relieve himself, to you know, not realise. Thing is, he was drunk. He won't have realised how close he was to the river, how steep the bank was. Imagine if he'd undone his jeans too. See, I think they were button-up jeans, not fly jeans. So he would have had to unbutton them. Maybe he took where is his belt? You know, where is his belt? This is the only thing that bugs me. Where is his belt? Where are his boots? And where are his jeans? And why was his credit card, you know, just lying there on the bank? These are the things that do sort of make me wonder. Now, it'd be interesting. I don't know what his family are going to do now. I mean, they've contacted a lawyer. I know that. So are they going to take this further? Let me just see if I can Google anything as to their reaction. I'm just wondering what I would do. You know, if that would have been my son, how would I feel? Yeah, I don't think they've made any reactions yet. No, so all the Google at the moment is, you know, the family reaction from before. There's nothing recent from what I can see. It's just saying what the medical examiner medical examiner has said, just what I've read out to you, but I don't think the family have responded yet in any, well, from what I can see anyway. What will they say? What will they make it? Oh, we've got, oh no, that's a month ago, a story from a month ago. There's nothing recent that I can see from the family. no, nothing there. So we have to just wait and see. You know, what would you do if it was your family? Would you accept that? Would you accept that decision? Would you accept that decision, or would you, want to take it further? I mean, the thing is, where can you take it? It's showing that it was twice the legal limit for drinking. But the legal limit being twice the legal limit for drinking, probably most people who are out on a Saturday night would be at least twice the legal limit for drinking. That if anyone who goes out on a Saturday night to enjoy themselves, drinking wise, I don't think it'd be difficult for them to get twice the legal limit. The legal limit is low, remember. So, and then a bit of weed. He smoked a bit of weed. It's probably the combination. So Chumba wouldn't accept it. Charlie's saying that's really high. What, twice the legal limit? I don't know that is that high. I bet there's people out there that on a Saturday night that would be 3 times the legal limit. From what when you see, I mean, Riley looked very, very drunk. He did look very, very drunk. He couldn't stand up straight, could he? But I don't know. So anyway, that's the official verdict. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm sorry about all the barking and everything. They've gone all quiet now. Oh my God, it's like a conspiracy. Literally, as I started the live, it all just happened, didn't it? It's like a conspiracy. And I do my lives at different times. I don't do them always at the same time. So it's definitely like, oh, come on. Vicky Marie's doing her live. Let's get out there. Get that chihuahua out here. Let's wind the dog up. Hi, Jackie Copus. It doesn't feel right, does it? It doesn't feel right. But, they've taken all the evidence, like the CCTV, everything, and they've come. This is what they do. They come up with a likely scenario, don't they? Like with the Nicola Bulley case, it's on the balance of probabilities. Hi, Daniel. The balance of probabilities. They think it was an accident. And remember, and that's something very interesting. So he did not have the petechiae that Nicola had. That's always been a bit of a bugbear of mine, that Nicola had those petechiae, that I can never pronounce, but in her eyes, I think, didn't she? And that is more common with strangulation than drowning. So, questions and more questions, Amethyst. Yeah, likely. But somebody was saying, who was that was saying there? So Charlie, you're saying that 0.23 is around 10 drinks. But I don't think it'd be difficult for somebody to have 10 drinks on a party, a young person like that going out on a party night. He'd been out for a few hours. I'm not saying it's not a lot. It obviously is a lot, but I don't think it's, a massive amount for a young person. Anyway, I think other things that the parents will probably be querying is, why did his friends just leave him there, like to try and find his way home alone? This is what's happened with this young lad that's gone missing in Tenerife. He's decided he's going to walk home or walk back to where he was staying across Tenerife Island, with no water or hardly any water, no phone signal. It's just terrifying, isn't it, for parents? Because, and believe me, I've done it. When I was young, I've done some things, like silly things. I don't know how I'm still alive. You know, I've walked home on my own. I've taken lifts from people I didn't even know. I've walked home in the snow. I've got off the bus early so I could get some chips and gravy at the chippy, and then walk the rest of the way. Like, you know, I've just done on my own. I've walked around Blackpool on my own. What sometimes, because now, you know, with the Nicola Bulley case and different cases sort of round and about Blackpool. I remember, you know, when my friend was at university in Blackpool and I went and stayed with her and we went to a party. And, you know, I did what I quite often do. I just suddenly thought, oh, I just want to go now. I don't want to be here anymore. And she didn't want to go. So I just literally walked from this party I back to the place where I was staying with my friend. I didn't even really know where it was. I just set off walking at about midnight. And I just remembered that this apartment or this house where she was staying, you know, student place, was near Blackpool Tower. So I just aimed towards Blackpool Tower. And somehow, by some miracle, I made it. And I was fine. But God, you know, I think about that now. Remember Charlene Downs, of course, from Blackpool. I just think about that now. I mean, I was only about 18. Walking through Blackpool at midnight, not knowing where I was going, drunk probably. So anyway, no, I've been very lucky, you know, but you only have to be unlucky that one time, don't you? Anyway, ooh. Brave. Well, I'm not really brave, Charlie. I wouldn't do it now, that's for sure. I wasn't brave. I think I was stupid. Really, that's what I was, more than brave. Yeah, David, you sent me that case similar. There'll be similar cases to Riley's, probably everywhere in every you know, every day. There's a young lad missing at the moment in the UK, isn't there? In England, that was last seen, very similar to the Riley Strain case. I did do a video about it. Is it called Jack, isn't he? Let's see if I can find. He's still not been found, you know, and he was again caught on CCTV. I'm going to see if I can find the video about that I did about him, just to remind me a bit of it. No, I think his name's Jack. Yeah, Jack O'Sullivan. Let's just have a look at him. This guy is still missing. Jack O'Sullivan, last seen in Bristol at around 3:15 a.m. He's not been found yet. More than 1,000 taxi drivers have been asked if they have seen a 23-year-old who has been missing since March. Jack O'Sullivan was last seen in the Brunel Lock Road, Brunel Way area of Bristol around 3:15 on Saturday the 2nd of March. I mean, what's happened to him? So here it is. This is the last CCTV that was seen of Jack. So the police have said that he's described as 5'10", wearing a quilted green-brown Barber jacket. He'd been on a night out with friends when he went missing, and now they're urging taxi drivers to report if they have dashcam footage. And they also asked a dog walker, whoops, where's that gone? A dog walker seen in the area early the same morning to come forward, as they could be a possible witness. Yeah, where's Jack gone? Where is he? Where do these boys disappear to, or girls too? So senior investigating officer Jason Chidgey says he hopes the appeal will yield more potential footage which can help us to provide answers to Jack's family about what happened to him. There was a significant number of vehicles in the area during this time, and we've previously appealed for anyone with footage to come forward. So he's another boy he's been missing a long time now. So he's been missing from Saturday the 2nd of March. So it's well over 3 months. Where is he? You know, what can happen to someone? As we know, people don't disappear into thin air, do they? They do not disappear into thin air. Sorry, the adverts come up on top of it. But yeah, so Jack O'Sullivan, we have to keep an eye on that case as well, won't we? Yeah, there's no updates on the guy in Tenerife. There's no updates. I've checked before I came. I don't imagine they will search at night. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Okay, so I just thought I'd bring this to you. As I say, I'm sorry about the barking and everything. It's all got so quiet now. So I'll see you really soon in the next video. I'll be back tomorrow, and take care, everyone. And look, yeah, and if you know any young people, maybe some of you out there are young, just be careful when you go out, and, you know, just have to try and drum it into these young people not to, I think you're wasting your breath, to be honest, in a way. I think young people will always end up doing these silly things. That's just part of being young in a way. But at least you can try and drum into them not to, you're not going to stop them going out and drinking. You're not going to stop them going out and smoking marijuana if they want to. But you can perhaps just try and scare them enough, maybe, by telling them Riley's story and other stories, just to maybe just make them that little bit more careful. Let's hope so anyway. Okay, gang, I'll see you really soon. Adios, chatterati. Hopefully there'll be some good news about the young lad in Tenerife soon, and some good news hopefully about Jack, but he's been missing a long time, Jack, unfortunately. Okay, I'll see you really soon in the next video, and until then, may your God always go with you. Thank you. I'm going to put my little video on because I didn't put it on at the start because it was all bedlam. Bye.